Well, hey folks, Species 7 here, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to Farm Sim 25 and the 7 Species Homestead map. So I did it again. I recorded an episode without recording an episode. Apparently if you don't turn your recording software on, it doesn't work. What a confusing way to do things, eh? I mean, my god, who'd have thought? Anyway, yeah, that's what I did. I sat here and I guess I talked to my monitor for 45 minutes. But what I did, that you guys have not seen, but I did actually do, as you can see by all the piles of sawdust, I cut down a ton of trees. I actually did it before I started the episode. And then we gathered them all up in our friendly logging truck, hauled them off to the mill, and so now it has a good supply of wood to keep it running. And then I switched the days. And that means it is now March the 1st. March the 1st means we can start planting crops again. So, yeehaw. And toward that end, I have just the other thing I did during the episode was cut the grass between these two fields. So, I wasn't sure it would do alright when it's looking all brown and fugly like this, but apparently it doesn't bother it in the least. Brown fugly grass is perfectly fine. So now, actually I'm going to leave that guy in mid-momenship, and we're going to go grab the quabota. That will do just fine. So this first load of grass is going to go into our hay dryer. I think our silage fermenter has fermented all of the grass that we put in that. Yeah, it's an absolutely terrible day out here, I know. So that's good. Now we just need the hay to back it up. I should probably ditch the weight. Maybe I'll even ditch the fork as well. Or bucket. So let's do that. Hope everybody's doing well today. It is the 2nd of July, 2025. And not quite as warm as it was yesterday out here on the beautiful Sunshine Coast of BC, Canada, but it's going to be a nice summer day. Kind of clouded over a bit. Maybe we'll end up with a little bit of rain, which frankly is fine. Absolutely fine. Chuck the weight back. Oh, I also went to the mines and we grabbed a big load of iron, because that was the other thing this mill was missing. There we go. Now let's grab the forage wagon and pick up some forage. Alright, forage wagon, there it is, the blue guy. Blue guy. There we go. Our TARDIS forage wagon. I know it's not politically correct to call something TARDIS, but... Oh, wait a minute. No, that's something else. Alright, let's get you running. So we'll put your little fork down there. Light up your spinners. And... gather forth the grassy masses. Excellent. And away we go. Now our mowers, lubberly enough, and I had thought that's the way they were, which is why I actually bought these particular ones, leave you these nice swaths. So I didn't even have to windrow it. We do have a windrower, but and it was specifically for doing grass. So we might be able to get rid of that. But not right away. We'll see. We may still need it. Don't know what for. I'm sure the harvester puts down perfectly good swaths, and now that I know the mower does as well, we should actually be in pretty decent shape. Okay. Doesn't look like we'll get all the way back. But this should give us enough room to throw in a field. And then we've got, since our recent acquisition of many property, we should have no problem finding 2 or 3 good places to slam down fields. And done. Alright. Yeah, those logs there are gonna get chipped. They were kind of in the way of our... Uh-oh. Are you shy of something? Is that why you didn't put out much goodies over the month? No, running. Okay. Just being slow, are we? Alrighty then. Oh, where am I going? He doesn't know. He's a doft. He's an absolute doft. There we go. And we're not going to be tipping it in there, so let's zoom right on by. So yeah, a load of iron into there, a load of wood into there. Produces a lot of stuff, but it eats a lot of product. And we have our first full pallet of eggs as well. Alright. There we go. Okay. And let's get you on. Alright. Just, I guess it just does it. Boy, it doesn't leave you a lot of room for the whole don't drive on the crops thing. Now, I don't think grass is one of the things that the TMR maker wants. I think it's just hay and silage. I hope. Oh, I hope. Greenhouse, hen house. Mixing station, here we go. And no. No. Inactive. What? Oh. It's weird. Of course we want it doing that as well. The heck, man. Dang, these things are a pain in the butt. I ran over one with the mower and it made me skip like a 3-foot thick swath of grass. So, let me just chuck it there. Just chuck it. So with the warmer weather upon us, it did get pretty warm yesterday. I mean, it was only 27, but that's a little warmer than I like it. I'm comfortable up to about 25. So yeah, I decided this morning that it was time to start my summer walking routine, which for 3/4 of the year I do things one way, and then for a 2 or 2.5 month period I do it a different way. So instead of going for a 3-kilometer walk, I hopped on my electric scooter and went down to the local track and did about 4.5K on the track. Oops, it's too far. And that way I only have to do the one walk a day, so that once it's warmed up in the afternoons, I don't have to go out there and risk getting freaking heat stroke. It's just, with my blood issues and stuff, it's something I'm more susceptible to than the average person, so try to avoid it, as it is a horribly unpleasant thing. There we go. In you get. I love how quick that empties. It's just like, bleh. There you are. 30,000 liters. How do you like them? Alright. Now, what is the other dude doing? Anything of oh right, he's got all the mow equipment on him, so never mind. The field that we have all prepped, that's been limed and sitting all winter, I think we're going to plant hemp in it. I think. Just a thought. Like I said, I plan on tearing up about a half a dozen new fields here, because there are a few different newish crops on this map, and we will definitely want to do them all. And speaking of maps, I think I found what I want for our second map. Now that we're far enough into this one that we sort of have a hang for it, and that would be Cavalier Roy has just released a new map to the Mod Hub called Maypole Farm. Looks pretty nice. It is a UK-based map, so there is, you know, hedgerows and all of that sort of thing, but from what I understand, they're all entirely removable. So, yeah, you can have your cake and cut it down too, depending on what you need to do. Yeah, unfortunately, a different place to go walking is not the biggest change to my routine here. I've decided that because the issues I have with my arteries and such, that starting the day with a cup of coffee is probably not the wisest thing a person can do. Like, basically, that was breakfast for me. And although coffee does have benefits, it has one sort of detracting thing. It is a diuretic, which means it also tends to constrict blood vessels. Not generally in any, horrible way, but when you kind of have that issue to start with, exasperating it with something else is not the best of plans. So now every night before I go to bed, I put a couple of slices of lemon into a glass of water and throw it on my bedside table. And when I wake up in the morning, I have a big gulp of it. And then get out of bed, and when I come in here to do my usual checking my mail and stuff before I head out, I finish the rest of it. And I don't actually have a coffee till I get back from my walk. So that's taken a little bit of adjustment. Although it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought I'd be just, where's my morning caffeine? After all, it's been probably decades since I've not started a day with a cup of coffee. But oddly enough, I found it a pretty easy routine to get into. This morning was my third day. And yeah, not bad. So a glass of lemon water instead of, no sugar or anything, just a couple of slices into a glass of water. I'm going to put the sugar in, it makes it kind of pointless. Sugar does boost inflammation, and inflammation does the same thing as basically having the arteries constrict. Anyway, enough about my pathetic, feeble health issues. So Maypole Farm, we'll have a look at it here sometime in the next couple of days, few days, whatever. I've downloaded it. I haven't actually opened it up and checked it yet, but generally, just as Old Man 102 does with these maps, Cavalier Roy is quite knowledgeable about map making and usually produces some pretty good stuff. And it's already had a big patch, so the buggies should be elsewhere. All of our chickens are now chicken size. Check it out. We'll probably have to grab them a bit of wheat fairly soon. That's fine. Man, it's like the whole bottom of the trailer drops out the way it empties. Very cool. It looks like it's a really fast dryer too, so we might be able to actually drag some down to the fodder makers pretty quick. Whoa. Oh, it's still raining. I thought it had stopped, but according to me magic window wiper, no. And big shout out to City Farmer. I was watching an episode yesterday. He was commenting how the map he was on, even though it was a sunny day, was kind of dim. And yeah, if you're watching this, buddy, I plan on leaving a comment on your video as well, but yeah, I have noticed that with some maps. That it's, I've also noticed on some, it's almost like the brightest time of the day is the first thing in the morning, and then it kind of dimmed a bit for the rest of the day. But no, I definitely agree, that map that you're on, you know, certainly not unwatchable, but there's enough of a dimming of the light that things like, you know, textures that are on black surfaces and stuff don't really show up. You know, like if you look at my front fenders on this tractor where we've got the loader fork assembly and hoses, you basically wouldn't see that on yours. At least not from, say, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. You know, from here, that would just be a black mass. So, oh, we're full again. Let's go. What the heck? I did put it back down. Yeah, looks like we're closer to this end this time. So let's go this way. Boy, this is like the 4th trailer. So one more and that'll give us 100K in potential hay. There we go. Don't like driving on the crop, but it's kind of close to where we need to be, so there you go. Oh, there's only a row and a bit left. I think we'll just dump all of it into the hay thing. So, let's get her ready, drop the little brush, light up the little rotor, and away we go. Okay. Most excellent. So yeah, we'll cut a nice big field in here. And as we go along, we'll figure out where we want the rest of them to go. Gonna have to knock a few trees down here and there. I only had to take 2 out of this area, so it wasn't bad at all. Alright. And we finished this one with a 70% of a trailer. Very nice. Let's go and tip it out. Alright. So. This thing converts almost instantly. We've got 148,000 liter of hay. We've got 59,000 liters of silage. So apparently we didn't put near as much grass in that one as we did the other. That's fine. That is fine. I think I'm gonna pop you in here. Perfect. No. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you guys see what the problem is, don't you? I'm not going to be able to get that planter out of there. Well, I mean, I guess I could go and buy the other piece that you kind of clamp on to whatever end it is, and that allows you to do a thing or something. I don't know. But yeah, some idiot thought it'd be a good idea to put a shed right there. Who knew? Oh boy. Anyway, yeah. I will likely get rid of that shed. So, corn. That's a planter? I thought that was a seeder. Sorghum, sunflower, soybean, sugar beet, cotton. No. Well, as I don't actually want to do any of those, I guess this would be a good time to make you go away. Okay. We'll put a garage down for our tractor somewhere else. Or maybe I'll put a slightly different one, or we'll just put the cedar somewhere else, you know. Yeah. There we go. So barley. There we go. And yeah, we don't. Ooh, well, we'll try. Let's see if we've got enough seeds to do this. I dunno if we're gonna. But we're gonna give it a try. Just get the headlands put in, and then we'll check it for the auto steering thing. See if it gives us a reasonable pattern. Okay. If it'll even show us the field. Should. It should. Let's find out. Look at that. What you doing, Dixie? Big kitty. One of the local strays is in heat. For the last 3 days or so, there's been a constant yowling going on. Just down by our back parking lot here. Some big orange boy and an orange and white girl. And on occasion others, but they seem to be the big screamers of the bunch, shall we say. Yeah. Pretty funny. Even my cats have become bored with it. It's gone on so long. At first they were all like, what's going on? Where are they? Running back and forth from the catio to the living room window and back to the catio and into the bedroom window. And yeah. But no. They're just like, are those two still at it? Get a room. Now we got one of those little weird half-line deals, eh? That's the one. That's oh, I forgot to put it down. Dang it. Of course, it's all out of whack again. There we go. It's not even for a full row that it does that. Let's see. The heck? Are the rows different on this side than they are on the other? Oh, the row ran out. Okay, yeah, it's definitely just weird. Just being weird. Let's go over this side instead, maybe, hey? Oh, for... It's hard to tell with this thing, because there's not... for one, it's powered by the wheels, so you can't just look up at the thing and go, oh yeah, it's on or it's off, because no. And the difference between having it up and having it down, you have to actually be looking underneath, otherwise you can't tell. So those are my excuses. And I'm sticking to them. Awesome. And it looks like we got enough resources to get us through this planting, so good. Bloop. Swoop. It's gonna rain all day. Oh no, it's gonna stop. The next symbol in line is just clouds, no driplets. Oh. I just realized something. Our rice fields have gone dry. It's, well, other than the fact that the rain's bouncing 2 inches off the ground. I suppose it's hard to be actually dry in those conditions, isn't it? But, nonetheless, there's a big difference between having wet soil and having 3 inches of water on the soil, isn't there? Not sure when the rice planting begins. But there's a lot of things we can put in March. Besides just hemp. You get hops and oats and all kinds of stuff. Alright, there we go. Let's have a little look-see. So yeah, March. Cotton, grapes, grass, hemp, hops, millet, oat, oilseed radish, olives, peas, poplars, potatoes. Yeah, there's kind of, other than your basic grains, lots of stuff. So, there you go. So yeah, there we go, look at that. A full palette. Good job, buddy. Oh, those are some interesting looking hens. Look at them. They're all kind of speckled. Huh. Cool. Neat chicken, dude. Needs rolling. Yeah, give me a break. Needs seeding first. It's doing that again. As soon as I press the cruise control, it kicks the line off. Okay, kick on cruise control, and it kicks the line off. There we go. Weird. Oh well. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call the episode here. I will finish hempifying this field. And next time around we'll... well, I guess we'll cut in a field where we've mowed the grass for a start, and then we'll start looking around for where we can put some more fields. So there you go. If you enjoyed the comment, I would appreciate a little slap of the old like button. You know, maybe even consider subscribing if you haven't yet. And certainly check out the channels listed in the description down below. And make sure you leave a like and possibly a sub for them as well. But until next time, take good care of each other, folks. And nobody else will. And ciao for now.